Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers suggest that Eric Forrester, John McCook, might be trying to manipulate his son Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, into getting back with Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang. Keep reading below for everything you need to know. During the latest episode of B&B, Eric made it clear to Ridge that he was making a huge mistake by taking back Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, when everyone knows that his true destiny is to be with a woman like Brooke Logan. Well, everyone seems to know it except for Ridge himself. That's why Eric has taken it upon himself to at least convince his son that he's making a terrible mistake. But is it really working? Or is Eric just being manipulative? As always, as our fans can imagine, the internet certainly did have a lot to say about the matter. Some have even commented with, "I agree that Eric should let Ridge make his own decisions." But in Soapland, it's entertaining to hear people tell others what they should or shouldn't be doing, like what they say matters. Getting Bridge back together makes sense in Soapland. I like them together. But the whole back and forth is overplayed. Another critic wrote, maybe he shouldn't have been a giant crybaby and answered her calls or texts when she was trying to tell him about why she was taking the CO position. He's an idiot, and sorry not sorry, so are Brooke and Taylor when it comes to him. And then there was this comment as well. How glad was I when Eric finally told Ridge he made a bad decision going back to Taylor. His place is with Brooke, his Logan. Eric admitted that he made an irrational mistake thinking Brooke was a party to stealing FC. However, Ridge has yet to accept any responsibility. I hope he waddles in self-pity seeing his Logan move one. The Forrester patriarch may be a legend, but old habits die hard, especially when the stakes are personal, and the web he's weaving threatens to tangle everyone from Ridge to Donna to even Thomas. After a brief period of vulnerability and reflection following his near-death medical scare, Eric Forrester is back on his feet, and back to his scheming ways. But this time, his manipulation isn't born from malice, it's driven by fear, legacy, and love. Eric's health secret returns. While the family believes Eric is fully recovered from his health scare, there's something he hasn't told anyone: his recovery is not complete. Quiet, isolated spells of breathlessness have returned. A tremor in his hand he's been hiding from Donna. Quiet calls to his private physician suggest Eric is keeping secrets once again. But instead of opening up, Eric's pride is pulling him into dangerous territory. He's begun orchestrating events behind the scenes to ensure his legacy remains intact, even if it means manipulating those he loves most. But this time, it's not just about business, it's personal. Eric sees that his family is splintering again. And the man who once almost died wants to fix everything before he's gone. He just might destroy it all instead. Donna suspects something's off. Donna Logan has always had a sixth sense when it comes to Eric. Lately, he's been pulling away emotionally, insisting he's fine while canceling romantic dinners and disappearing for long stretches. When she stumbles upon a crumpled-up doctor's prescription in his jacket, her fears grow. But instead of confronting him, she turns to Katie for advice. Katie, of course, encourages honesty, but Donna is terrified. She nearly lost Eric once. What if pressing him too hard causes him to spiral? Instead, she starts subtly watching him, gathering clues, and what she finds shocks her. Eric has been meeting privately with Ridge, but Ridge says nothing of these meetings. Donna starts to wonder, what's really going on behind closed doors? Ridge and Eric, a dangerous pact. Ridge is sworn to secrecy. Eric came to him with a plan, a final Forrester collection that would unite the family once and for all. But what Ridge doesn't know is that Eric has no intention of letting Ridge lead. Instead, Eric wants to manipulate events to pit Ridge and Thomas against each other subtly, hoping that Thomas will rise above and finally become the man Eric believes he could be. Eric believes that if he pushes Ridge hard enough, pressures him, criticizes his designs, favors Thomas, he can awaken the leadership spark in both of them. But what Eric doesn't see is that he's reopening old wounds. Ridge starts to feel betrayed. Thomas begins to question his father's intentions. And the whole plan could blow up in Eric's face. Eric believes he's creating healthy competition. But in reality, he's pushing his son and grandson to the brink. And he's enjoying the power just a little too much. Brooke starts digging. Brooke has watched this dance before. Eric plays puppet master, Ridge falls in line, and Donna is caught in the middle. But this time, Brooke refuses to stay quiet. She begins to investigate Eric's motivations, enlisting RJ to help her. RJ, who's caught in the middle of the new design war between Ridge and Thomas, is surprised to learn that Eric may be orchestrating the conflict from behind the scenes. RJ, always loyal to his grandfather, is reluctant to believe it, until he overhears a conversation between Eric and his private physician that confirms his worst fears. Eric's illness has returned, and he's using it to manipulate sympathy, loyalty, and power. Brooke is horrified. Eric nearly died once. Why is he lying again? Thomas learns the truth and reacts. When Thomas finally learns that Eric is favoring him not for his talent, but for a twisted legacy experiment, he spirals. For the first time in months, he feels like a pawn again. He confronts Eric, demanding to know whether anything he's done was truly based on merit. Eric, ever the charismatic patriarch, deflects. He says he believes in Thomas, but that Thomas needs to prove himself beyond expectation. Thomas replies with cold fury, "I'm not your project, Grandad. I'm your grandson." The confrontation shakes Eric, but not enough to change course. He's come too far, and in his mind, the end justifies the means. Donna explodes at Eric. Finally, Donna has had enough. She corners Eric with the evidence she's gathered, medical notes, calls, overheard conversations. She demands the truth. "You're sick again, you're hiding it. And you're manipulating everyone around you, including me. Why?" Eric, faced with the love of his life in tears, finally cracks. He confesses everything, his fears of dying, his desperation to see the family whole again, his belief that only manipulation would work. Donna, heartbroken, tells him, "This isn't how you create legacy. This is how you destroy it." Eric is shaken. For the first time, he sees how far he's fallen into old habits. But is it too late? Ridge walks away. Ridge, upon learning the full truth, is livid. Eric had sworn these meetings were about collaboration, but they were about control. Ridge confronts his father in the Forrester design room, the same place where generations of magic have happened. "You played me. Again, and for what? So you could die believing you still ran the show." Eric is silent. Ridge turns his back and walks away. "You taught me how to lead. Maybe it's time I taught you how to let go." The fallout: a family fractured. By week's end, the Forrester family is in turmoil. Thomas refuses to work on the collection, stating he won't be manipulated into legacy games again. Ridge steps back from leadership, handing temporary reins to Steffi, who is caught off guard but steps up fiercely. Donna moves out of the mansion, telling Eric she needs time to decide if she can forgive this level of betrayal. Rook warns Eric that manipulating people, even out of love, is still manipulation. "You're not a dying man anymore. You're a living man making terrible choices." RJ, meanwhile, becomes the unexpected voice of reason. He visits Eric, not to scold, but to ask him a question. "Grandad, who do you want to be in your final chapter? The man who loved his family, or the man who played them?" A glimmer of redemption. Eric, now alone in his office, stares at the blank sketchpad. His hands tremble again. The world he built is slipping through his fingers, not because of illness, but because of the choices he made while trying to avoid it. He picks up a pen and writes a single note on the pad: "Start over." The question now is, will the Forresters allow him to? Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Boldy and BAUTFUL UPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.